Hi Capricorn, welcome to your reading for the month of December. I hope you all are enjoying your holiday season. I'm a Capricorn as well, so I'm going to be reading for myself today too. So before we start, I want to tell you a little bit about what my intention is for these readings. So if you watch a lot of tarot on YouTube, you may have noticed that most of the readings out there are geared toward telling you what is in your near future. And I'm going to be doing a little bit of that today, but that's not my main intention here. And so if that's what you were looking for, feel free to check out another reader. But I have a philosophy about how tarot can be really helpful. Ooh, 10 of Cups. Okay. You have positive things coming into your life, Capricorn. 10 of Cups and the Empress. So a lot of home and family energy, a lot of partnership energy, a lot of happy ending energy. Maybe some of you have been waiting for some certain aspects of your life to come together. Only you know what that is, Capricorn. But it looks like a real energy of things grounding down into the physical, things that you may have been waiting for, things that you may have been planning. We got the Empress in the Aries reading the other day too, so that's interesting. But as I was saying, Capricorn, my intention with these readings is to take a look at what is going on with you and help give you guidance to empower you to manifest the outcome that you want. So it's a much more creative approach. It's much less depending on fate or believing that the universe is controlling these things for you. Temperance. So some of you are approaching a time of change. Positive change, it looks like, with the 10 of Cups. But Temperance is reminding you to have some balance. Remember to keep your perspective and look at things from all sides. And although you may be very excited about this new development in your life, whatever that is, don't be too hasty. Don't rush into things without thinking or at least calming yourself and kind of getting your ducks in a row, Capricorn. And this is not to say that you shouldn't go for whatever this thing is, because I feel that you definitely should, but it's just to say don't completely lose it. You know, sometimes when we're so excited for something, once we get to that point where it's finally happening, we kind of go nuts. That might not turn out so well for you if you jump in so headfirst that you're kind of losing yourself. You know, that can happen in relationships, that can happen in various things. So the style of these readings is much more kind of general. I will obviously say things like this could apply to work, this could apply to love, this could apply to whatever, but this is much more of a kind of vague reading that is meant to, happy times ahead. Definitely a consistent energy here. It's a style of reading that is meant to empower you and not so much tell you what's coming. So if you like that, if you resonate with that, keep listening. Okay, Capricorn. So the style of reading that I'm going to be doing is similar to other spreads that you may have seen on YouTube if you watch a lot of tarot, but it's going to be geared toward giving you guidance. Gonna have a sip of water. All right, Capricorn, this is interesting. So we're starting with your path and your obstacle. Your path is the main thing that you're intending to create this month, the main thing that's going on for you this month. And your obstacle is the energy that could be getting in the way of that. So with Ace of Pentacles, it really looks like a lot of you have been intending for a fresh start in something. For a lot of you, this could be money. A lot of you may have been waiting on some kind of down payment, some kind of gift, or just in a more general sense, something that will allow you to pursue your dreams. That kind of little green light, that go ahead, whatever it is that you need to start making things happen. You're definitely getting that this month. For a lot of you, it's been something on the physical realm that you've been waiting for, because Pentacles is earth and money is very physical, right? So whatever that thing is, you're going to be getting that this month, Capricorn. And then with the Three of Cups as your obstacle, this reminds me of the Ten of Cups that came up earlier. It's kind of this similar energy of, home, family, emotional, right, connection. The Suit of Cups is water. It's all about emotions and connection. So this is interesting, and we're going to get more context on this in your other cards. But I feel like, Capricorn, some of you may be scared to connect with people on the level that is finally coming through for you. You may have kind of been a bit guarded with yourself for a long time, been a bit guarded with your heart, feeling the need to protect yourself because you maybe don't feel quite complete within yourself yet. And this could be from friends. This could be from a romantic relationship. And with that Ten of Cups energy, it kind of just seems like relationships and connection in general is something that you've been wanting, but you've been biding your time on. You haven't felt ready. And this month, you are going to need to start opening up and start getting comfortable with having those relationships around you, those people around you again, in order to actually be willing to receive all of the things that this seed can start blossoming and creating. And I understand this more than anybody as a Capricorn like you. I think one of our main struggles is that we can be so determined and focused on things that it literally just doesn't even occur to us sometimes that we need help or that people can help us or be of benefit to us. We're very, we can kind of be lone wolves without like intending to do that. It just kind of like starts happening. If that resonates for some of you listening. But this is a month where you're going to come face to face with that, Capricorn, and you're going to realize like, okay, I've been wanting this. This is what I've been asking for. And so now it's time to actually open up to it. So whatever that means for you. Aw, Eight of Cups. All right, Capricorn. Okay. So what we're looking at here, Capricorn, is we're looking at your recent past and how that plays into these energies that we were just talking about, your path and your obstacle. Then we're looking at sort of the underlying influences that are guiding you this month, the underlying feelings you may have. Then we're checking out some advice for how to deal with that. And then we're looking at what you're going to manifest when you empower yourself with this guidance. So like I said, it's a very sort of self-empowering reading. It's not about waiting for the universe to do something for you, but you're always guided and protected as well. So in your recent past, you have the Eight of Cups. So there's definitely a feeling, Capricorn, of walking away from something and having a little bit of melancholy around that, but also feeling like a sense of relief, a real sense of relief. You can see this, the peaceful, it's kind of sad, but also very peaceful. It's like dawn. I think this is, I mean, we have the moon in the corner, but I think this is like right before the sun rises. That's kind of the feeling that you get from this card. And for a lot of you, I think what you're walking away from is this sort of isolated approach that you've been taking to life, or this isolated existence that you've had. And maybe that wasn't something that you did from a bad place. Maybe it was smart. It was smart of you to do that. You had a lot of things to think about. You had a lot of things to figure out. You maybe had painful past relationships or friendships. You had kind of shitty connections in your life, and maybe that's what all this Three of Cups stuff is about. And so you were being smart. You were protecting yourself, and you were saying, okay, I'm going to go within myself and figure this out. But now, Capricorn, you've been feeling recently this readiness to be a beginner again, to move forward. And not just in the way that you've been doing it before, but based on more of your heart. Because the Suit of Wands, you know, that is a intuition-based energy. Fire. Wands is under the sign of fire, right? The element, sorry. So it's about your intuition. It's about following your gut. It's about following that fire within you, Capricorn. And I have to say, Page of Wands is often kind of associated with this, you know, traveler, entrepreneurial, very wanderlusty energy. So that is there too. And so some of you may be traveling. If you're feeling a call to do that, maybe that will kind of aid in bringing this stuff about. A lot of you are really feeling like you're ready for a change. And I just want to pause to say, Capricorn, like, if this reading isn't resonating with you, if this doesn't feel like what's going on for you, you can check out your moon sign or your rising sign. And if you don't know what those are, it's really easy to just Google astrology chart and type in your information. But the reason I keep it general like this is because whatever these messages that come through, I trust that it's meant for somebody. So if this isn't for you, no worries at all, but keep listening if it is. So, all right, so let's look at the underlying influences, Capricorn. So you've got Eight of Wands and Page of Cups. So this is a very strong emotional energy going on. We've got Eight of Wands, a lot of action, and we've got Page of Cups, holding this new cup of sort of emotional fulfillment. But she also feels like a beginner at whatever this emotional new beginning is. She's smiling, but this wave is crashing over her. And it could, you know, knock her down a bit. So for a lot of you, this does feel like a new beginning in love and relationships. And not just romantic relationships, although that does feel like it could be a strong energy here, but just all your connections with people in your life. You've gotten to a place now through all this inner work that you've been doing where you feel a little bit reborn. You feel like you have something to give. And that means that you are ready to start connecting with people and offering that true, authentic self to relationships. And that can be a little bit scary. So Capricorn, I do want to say though, because there is a lot of Pentacles energy here for some of you. So there's kind of two different readings going on here. For some of you, this definitely could be work. And it could be a new beginning in your career and all the emotions that come along with that. Yeah, all the feelings of being a beginner in that way. It could be that you're starting something new with this entrepreneurial kind of bold energy of the Page of Wands. It could be that maybe you were in a job for a long time that you didn't love, and you're kind of setting out now on this path of starting something different, something more in tune with your heart, and something that's going to require connection. Something that's going to require that you open up and be willing to share yourself with other people. Because whatever this thing is, whether it's, like art or anything that you can offer, you generally end up offering it to other people in some way. You don't just work alone in your home. Or maybe you might, but usually fulfilling work, it serves some kind of purpose. And I think that's what you're stepping into this month, Capricorn, if this is about work for you. It could be both. All right, so let's look at the advice for you, Capricorn. The Emperor and Five of Pentacles. Pentacles again, and I know this looks like a scary card. And then we've got this fire energy again, this energy of wands. So with this as the advice for you, Capricorn, I know that as a Capricorn, your approach that you're most comfortable with is probably a very logical approach, especially if you're starting a new work venture. You want to have all your ducks in a row. I don't even know the phrase. You want to, you want to be thorough. You want to stay grounded. You don't want to have any flights of fancy. But what this guidance for you is telling me, Capricorn, is that the approach that's going to work best for you in manifesting all of this glorious connection and abundance okay, now I'm starting to realize I think this is either connection in relationships or connection in work. Offering what it is that you're passionate about to other people. So whatever this is, this has to do with other people, Capricorn. But the way that you're going to be able to do that and not feel like you're offering up your, the fruits of your heart to nothing and getting nothing in return. Not that you need anything in return, but that your energy is sort of going nowhere. The way you're going to get there is by letting your heart lead more. Letting your passion lead more. Getting out of your head a little bit and into more of your emotions. It's back to that energy of emotional connection. And we see these little kids playing in the background of this Emperor card. And it's this feeling of you having great relationships in your life for the first time in maybe a long time, but you feeling very in your power within that. Not feeling like you're losing yourself in any way. Feeling like this whole journey that you've been on, through maybe going within yourself a little more to find yourself, feeling like it all has a real purpose. Here's what you are headed toward, Capricorn. Let's just look at this card first. If you empower yourself this month of December. Page of Pentacles. She's a beginner, but she has what she wants. So again, with the Pentacles energy, this is work for a lot of you. I'm getting the feeling a lot of you are people just starting off on a more entrepreneurial or creative or sort of heart-based path and wondering if that's something you should do. And the flowers are blossoming around you, Capricorn. This is happening for you, and you're feeling like you're not just doing it alone. You're feeling like you are giving something of value and helping everything and everyone around you grow. Oop. All right. I'm not worried about that card. But with that new energy, Capricorn, there could be a little bit of fear that comes up. Four of Pentacles, this is feeling like you have to hold on to what you have. Feeling like you have to protect it because you might lose it at any moment. And this makes sense given that a lot of this stuff that you're manifesting and creating this month is new for you. And it's something that you've wanted for a long time. But especially with relationships, Capricorn, and I'm getting the feeling that that's what this is about. You don't have to hold on to what's yours. What is yours is for you. And especially if you're putting your work out into the world and are feeling afraid that, you know, this success won't last forever or that people won't resonate with what you do or you won't be supported, following your heart is going to pay off. It just is, and I don't see this as a indication of what you're creating. I see this as a fear that you have alongside starting this new beginning. But this is a predominant energy for you this month, Capricorn, and we see that with this Ace of Pentacles, and we see that with this Three of Cups. It's about giving what you have to others and watching that flourish. So I really hope you enjoyed this reading this month, Capricorn. If you would like a personal reading with me, I will leave the link down below. They are probably more inexpensive than a lot of tarot readings that you've seen offered on YouTube. So if that's a concern for you, it's something to think about. And I'd love to get more into specifics with you if you're curious. So thank you so much for listening, Capricorn, and I will see you next month.